Well, good day, viewers. Today we have a 2007 Pontiac Solstice. I think it's a Corvette wannabe, but it has a check engine light on, or at least it did. And I was scanning it in town last week, or a few days ago, and it had an evap problem. I can't remember the exact code. I'll pull the report up in a second. I was using my smartphone scan tool. So this morning we're going to scan it with a snap-on scanner and do a couple of tests, purge and seal tests, and see. I did visually look at the gas cap, and we swapped the gas cap out, and it didn't appear to be, it was failing the purge and seal test. So we're going to try with the snap-on scanner this morning. So here is the report that I acquired the other day, August the 16th, when I scanned the car in town for the customer. It had an evap system code. I was using the diagnose scanner on my smartphone here. P0442-00, evap small leak tested. Now I did try to command the purge solenoid and the vent solenoid on, and I can hear them operating. And I tried to purge and seal test, and there was absolutely no effect on the fuel tank pressure. I even tried with a second scan tool in case this was malfunctioning. So we're going to try this again this morning on with a snap-on scanner. Okay, so this is a new vehicle record for this scan tool. I don't think I've ever scanned it before. And I just got my software updated yesterday, so prepared for some glitches. No glitches. Okay, it's got 48,000 kilometers. Let's do a network code scan. I'm sure the code hasn't reset because there's no check engine light on or MIL on. No engine, transmission, no airbag. It had a code in the airbag for module performance, but that's probably because the vehicle was in storage, battery disconnected, and so on. There were no warning lights on related to that. So clean bill of health according to this, but readiness monitors, you can see the catalyst or the evap system is not complete. So if it's not complete, it's inconclusive as to whether it's going to pass or fail. So okay, so we're going to go into the engine control computer and into functional tests and into output controls and command the vent solenoid on and off and listen for it. Should be able to hear it in the shop here this morning. It's pretty quiet. I did this with the diagnose app on my phone, and I could hear it in the guy's driveway. Yeah, you can hear it, definitely. You can hear it over my mouse click. So the solenoid is not physically stuck. Let's try the purge solenoid. Now that one's duty cycled, so that one will make a rapid clicking noise when we command it on. I don't hear it. I'll go open the hood. Now I can hear it clicking. It should be over here. It's usually on the engine. I'll do a visual inspection here and have a look and see if these pipes are connected. Yeah, this is the purge line right here, this rigid plastic line. The purge solenoid is at the back of the intake manifold here. Well, I'm gonna have let's try a purge and seal test now. So the purge and seal test is done with the vehicle idling. It uses the purge solenoid to create a vacuum in the tank, and you monitor the vacuum. So we're going to look at fuel tank pressure, and you can see right now there's no pressure in the tank. Fuel tank pressure voltage, and there's the purge solenoid duty cycle. And the vent solenoid is not venting. So now when I command it on, should start building a vacuum in the tank, and it is. Now it did not do that with the think diag app. So now I'm wondering if that app wasn't working properly. I also tried a think tool scan tool. Okay, I'm going to hit about 7.5 and click seal, and it should hold vacuum. And it is holding vacuum. How much fuel's in the tank? Fuel level 28%. So now this testing is inconclusive. I'm going to try that think diag app and see if it's working, if something changed. Maybe that test wasn't functional properly on the app. The gas cap may not have been sealed. It's got an aftermarket locking gas cap, and it may not have been sealed. So we could be chasing a ghost here. I'm going to try and see if we can do an evap service bay test. Probably won't let it because it's probably too hot, but I'm going to follow the instructions here. So it says to turn the ignition off for 10 seconds now. GM won't allow you to do a service bay test if the engine is too warm, because I guess the heat generated by the engine affects the vapor generation in the tank. I got to turn the key back on. Apply parker brake, start engine, raise RPM to 1800. Well, I'm going to have to do this test in the car. So it says the evap service bay test failed. Check test results. How could it fail already? Let's check for codes. No codes present. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Functional test, evap service bay test. Make sure the key is off for 10 seconds. Don't start the engine. Turn the key on. Don't start the engine. Continue. That's 10 seconds. Start the engine and raise the table. Check test results and or abort reasons. Lost enable conditions. Evap test result, check abort reasons. Lost enable conditions. Well, we're chasing a ghost here. It could have been the gas cap wasn't sealed. We did try changing it. I'm going to try that think diag scan tool again to see if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then we're going to give up on this. Okay, so we're going to try this. I used my phone scanner, but I also used this scan tool as well, and both of them gave me the same results. So that's why I had the customer bring it all the way out to my shop, because I figured we were going to have a massive leak. Read the VIN automatically. Key is on. Yes. Yes, that's good. System selection. Automatic transmission. Engine control module. Actuation tests. Output controls. Evap system. Purge and seal. Okay. Now we got to add fuel tank pressure. Fuel level, let's put that one up so we, for some reason there's two fuel tank pressure readings. I don't know if one's voltage and one's pressure, but it doesn't specify, so I picked both of them and go okay. So okay, so the one is voltage and one is a pressure in millimeters of mercury. So now when I increase the purge command, this should go down, and it's not frickin' changing. And I can tell it's actually purging because the car starts to stumble. So there's a glitch in this software, in this scan tool, and also in the ThinkDiag app that runs on your smartphone, where it doesn't report the data correctly. They don't populate the list here like Snap-on does. You have to go and pick the data parameters that you want to watch. Fuel tank pressure, fuel tank pressure. Okay. So that's what we want to watch, is fuel tank pressure, and we want to increase the purge command, and it's not even letting me. Alright, well, usually what I do when I have one of these cars from the start is I don't touch the gas cap initially, because it could be a loose gas cap and a gas cap that's not sealing. I will check the status of the code, see if it's current or in history. I will command the vent solenoid and purge solenoids on, key on engine off, so I can hear them click. If you don't hear the vent solenoid click, it could be stuck, and it could be stuck open, which would account for an evap failure. If they click, then I do a purge and seal test, and if it doesn't hold vacuum, I note the rate of decay, and then I check the gas cap and retighten it or replace it. We put the original one back on and tried the test. So we could have inadvertently fixed it. It may have been just a loose gas cap. What a waste of time this morning. Oh well, that's how it goes some days. Thanks for watching.